anything becomes a habit. It takes very little effort. We do it automatically.
Well, chat, do we have an exciting day ahead? First, our fearless player here will be flying a Two's drone, probably fighting off hurricanes and dragon attacks. Then, maybe, just maybe, if we're lucky, we'll dive into the tranquil world of Nintendo, where no training or physical fitness is required. Buckle up, it's gonna be a wild one.
We interrupt this record to bring you a special bulletin.
Oh, you want some facts about FPV drones, do ya? Well, brace yourself. FPV stands for first-person view, which basically means you're seeing what the drone sees, like a bird, but with less minor insect devouring. These shiny little wonders can dart around at speeds of up to 120 miles per hour, yes, faster than your grandma's scooter. They're equipped with cameras sharper than a hawk's vision and more responsive controls than a video game joystick. Oh, and one more thing, if it crashes, don't cry.
Let me swing the mic around. All right. We are flying a lot today. And we got like an hour and something. Look at all these batteries I charged. Oh man, I don't have my transition screens anymore, which is a shame. So we are in the church now. Tootie hit you with some FPV facts. We're gonna start using them for that more. Let's tell him what we're gonna. I have some plans for him. Now, maybe I don't want him to comment on it, but I'm gonna redo Tootie entirely, and run a lot of stuff locally. And he's just gonna be listening at all times. And although he will respond when I ask him questions, he's also just gonna chime in when he feels like it. So we'll see if that's annoying. It's gonna be difficult to pull it all off, but I think I know how I want to do it already. So I was chatting with ChatGPT about how to structure it. We have the Whisper API running locally. It's going to be constantly listening. And then which is great because that won't cost me any money. Let me turn that down. Actually, I need more granularity. There we go. Yeah, so that's going to be kind of fun to do. He'll be listening at all times, but he'll only comment when it's relevant or when I have a trigger for him to comment. What I'm trying to figure out, because right now I use this program called StreamerBot. Sorry, I'm arranging my batteries. That's why I'm not making eye contact. So I actually don't make eye contact a lot. I look at the chat as though that's the audience, like, oh, I'm looking right there. I'm looking at you right now. Chat. Anyway, so I use StreamerBot. I use SpeakerBot. Obviously OBS, because Tootie is animated right there. My arm's cut off because I have the camera zoomed out instead of it being in my face. The reason why the camera is always in my face is because the green screen's so far back. And it just, you see the wall. And I don't have a way to like really drape it around the wall right now. I just don't. The room is not structured that way. Anyhow, yeah, so the question is, do I want to have Tootie be like a standalone bot / app? And the problem with that is, although we would have no problem with the audio, you know, the recording, vision, all the fancy stuff I want to do. I would have to completely redo all of the things that you take for granted with StreamerBot, which is Twitch integration, YouTube integration. It just has hooks with other APIs where you just log in and there you go. So I'd have to create. Well, you know, I'm not a coder, so I'd have to have ChatGPT 3.0 Mini High create all that. And obviously it never gets it right the first time. And you still have to be clever about how you prompt it. You have to kind of look at the code and know what's going on. So it's like a 3-4 day project, and it's a pain in the ass. But then I could have Tootie as like a standalone app, which would be super cool. That'd be kind of neat to have, and then I wouldn't even bother. But the reason why I'm also thinking about just doing the same thing but with StreamerBot is because I use StreamerBot for my alerts and all that shit anyway. So it's like, why reinvent the wheel? So I don't know. That's probably what I'm going to do. Either way, Tootie's going to be even more interactive and interesting. Not that anybody gives a flying. Is there a beep anywhere? I don't think I have one. So we'll just say, fuck. Oh, I didn't time that right. No, yeah, I don't have the Go XLR, so I don't have that on tap. I'm gonna have to download like what's it called? Voice mod, something like that. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I don't give a shit. Anyway, we had to put our, it's still the green screen, so, and this is green. These props are like neon green. But maybe if I, no, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. No, nothing's gonna work except for turning off the filter, which I can't do. Anyway, I put a clear frame on this because the other one was broken. I did break an antenna, so we're gonna have shaky footage. I have to reorder it, reorder another one. I don't have this kind. It's called an Immortal T. So that's why we've been getting kind of shitty reception with this guy. But and I don't have backup props, so luckily I haven't crashed this too hard all these times. But we got a new frame, and it came stock props in, and now it's props out, which is probably a little bit better for flight characteristics. It can give less prop wash. It doesn't throw debris toward the camera. So I made that change while doing all the other stuff, and this should fly better today. So that will be fun. We're gonna fly in a minute. I gotta get all my shit together though. We're just gonna hit shuffle. Random. Yeah, we're just gonna keep playing some Brock Bergen for now, and then we'll play other stuff after. While I loosen up and get my sea legs about me. Oh yeah, you know what? I cleaned up the room, so we're gonna be taking off from the floor. See how that goes? I'll put it in the middle of the room. Well, cleaned up. I put everything out in the hallway for now. Oh yeah, I gotta cut this little strip so the battery doesn't fall out. There. It just adds a little bit extra. Keep the battery from flopping out. There. Let's get ready for flying. I do have to switch over the HDMI connection to my headset, so I gotta go around behind the computer for that. It's super annoying doing that. Wish this room was bigger. Very warm back there. We're also gonna have to switch headphones. Yeah, this is, you know, like I fly around that the HD0 drone with a broken camera. And that's a 75, but it's a 1S, so it's less powerful. And I gotta say, I just really like flying a heavier drone better. A little more powerful, a little heavier. It's just kind of more fun for me to throw around. And this is significantly heavier. This is like I don't even know. This feels like it weighs like 55 grams, whereas the other one weighs like 20. I have a scale somewhere, but I'm not going to go to the trouble to do that right now. That'd be insane. So let me open the window. It's still horribly cold here. It's 32 degrees. So it sucks ass. It's not fun. I don't like it. Not a cold weather person at all. Let's take that off. All right. I gotta have like a better plan for... The thing is, I need the... Might as well put the Nintendo stuff on top. What is that under? Oh, it's just on the entire camera, yeah. I can just do this. I like to have this on when I'm not flying, but I have to, like, I don't have it on my stream deck, so I always forget, basically. So, but when the screen goes black, I like to have the standby. It's just so boring to look at the black screen. All right. Is that gonna reach? There we go. Oh, I didn't turn on my freaking controller. Don't bitch at me. Yeah, yeah. The headset's being weird. My expansion module is like, it says it's disconnected in the headset, which has nothing to do with... I forgot, I put a beeper on this. Alright, let me see. Yep, the beeper was on, that's why. Alright. Expansion module, come on, fucker. I don't know why it does this. It's just wasting battery. Yeah, come on. Alright. Alright. Try once more and then I'll reset the fucking these stupid... Yeah, the expansion module says it's disconnected. Jesus Christ. I have an... You know, this is a digital and an analog, and this fucking chunky piece of shit is the expansion module. It says it's disconnected, but it's getting power. You can see it on the side. It's immediately on. So I don't know why it does that. And I wish it wouldn't auto scan. There we go. Yeah, I just had to reconnect it. For magical reasons. And it disconnected the second I did that. Oh, there we go. Alright, come on. I really should test this shit before I stream. I thought it would work. Like, what's happening? It's not getting video at all. Let me see if that's because... Oh, I know why. I think I know why. We'll see. I think I forgot to set the VTX when I reflashed everything. I can never remember everything. All right, let's see beta flight. So you can see what I'm doing. We got video transmitter on channel 4, that's why. I like 7, we'll do max power. Save. Disconnect, reconnect. 5860. We want it on race band. I don't know why I did Fat Shark. Jesus Christ, it's making me pick the... Okay, I thought I did that before. Save. Disconnect, reconnect. R75880. And that's why I wasn't flying, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Just a lot of stuff you have to keep track of, and I kind of forget that. I had it flying, but I did it line of sight because I just wanted to see if the motors worked, or if I had them spinning in the right direction, and blah blah blah. Because when you go props out, you have to switch all the motors. Okay, now that we're actually working. Hooray, let's see. Alright. It's always a little funky at first. And there we go. We're gonna take off from the floor and see how that goes. Oh, land now, huh? 8.62 volts land now. How does that make any sense? This is a freshly charged battery. All right, we're gonna figure out why it says that. Huh. Land now. All right, let's fly back in the house. Pull out another battery. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because I think I know why. The battery, yeah. Because I reflashed everything and didn't overwrite some of it, the battery voltage indicator. God, I just keep forgetting I have to prepare. All right. So I must, that's gotta be it. Because it doesn't make sense. It's fully charged. Alrighty. Where is that? Power and battery. Voltage meter. Warning values. Oh yeah, this is all fucked up. Calibration. No. This doesn't even look like how it's supposed to look. Maybe that's not where I'm going. Alright, let's not overheat it. Also, let's put the HD0 to sleep. Because this is gonna be super fucking annoying. There we go. It's in my way. Go to sleep. It's still okay, it's asleep, but it's still showing in the thing. All right, let's save battery here. Let's recharge it a little bit. All right, now let me ask ChatGPT. Let's see. I've done this before, but for some reason, that screen looks different. than it normally does to me. So we want to get the warning voltage when it's at about 3.5, 3.6. It really doesn't want you to go below 3.5, which is 7. So I usually bring it in around 7. Oh my god, this is being super slow. I'm using 4.5. Voltage meter source, onboard ADC. Okay. Connect your drone. Power and battery. Under the battery section, enter the following values. Minimum. Okay. I don't know. I think I panicked when I saw that because I wasn't used to seeing it. Not that there's cause to panic, but my eyes were darting everywhere and I couldn't focus on what I needed to look at. Okay, battery. Power and battery, minimum cell. Yeah, okay, it's right there in front of me. 3.5, 4.2, 3.6. Minimum, we want 3.5. Maximum, they're LIHV, so 4.3 is fine. So, wait. I know I could just go up 0.1. 4.35, yeah. 8 points. 4.35, 3536. Okay. Now let's see if that fixes it. It shouldn't say land now when it's a fucking... And so basically you have to double all those values because it's 2S. I knew it was 4.35, but I can't concentrate when I can't, like... When there's a problem and I'm fucking under pressure, I can't think. Okay. They really make it a chore to power on these controllers. There, that should fix it. If it doesn't, it's just gonna say land now and we're just gonna have to go by the voltage. Super fucking stupid. Let me get the headphones on. I like to hear the music. All right, let's go. Oh. Whoa, that's the Smart Max thing that NewBeeDrone added, and I really don't like it. I'm super uncomfortable right now. Like, I'm not positioned where I'm like, my hands are comfortable. And that's one thing about flying is I really need to like, this thing's got a lot of power. I feel like the camera angle's lower than, I think the camera got nudged down. Oop, I fucking hate that. This fucking NewBeeDrone SmartBacks bullshit that they have, it like changes your wattage according to your battery output. And theoretically, it's very like, it's a great idea, but they have to have their own custom Betaflight like firmware that you flash to it. which makes it inconvenient for making. I wanted to do OSD changes, so I could have different text on there, and I wanted to fix the crosshair because this crosshair is off by like a lot. It's not dead center, which absolutely pisses me off. So I started making my own custom crosshair, and you have to find this like hex editor, and it's all this bullshit. But with this particular drone, I can't do it because it's a custom firmware and it doesn't allow you to change it. So it's super bullshit. Anyway, that Smart Max, when it changes, you see that shifting, that scrolling. I want to see if I can... We're really eating up the battery voltage on this. I've been practicing my gaps. Oh, I knew I was going to hit that. Okay, I got to keep my head up. I'm super annoyed with myself at like... If this headset wasn't so damn heavy, I wouldn't look down at the ground all the time. Whoa, did you see the OSD disappear for a minute? 706, low battery. We'll bring it in and it said, whoa, there it is again. $699. 3 minutes is very bad. It is cold out, but we can usually get like 6 minutes out of this. This is just bizarre. Oop. Yeah, and it's like bottoming out. We got a little bit of battery sag there. When you're at the lower end of the battery, you have to actually compensate for that. Yeah, let's... I want to get 4 minutes out of it. We're hanging out. We're hanging out at like the lower end of 7 volts. See, that sucks. That really fucks with my eyes. We're gonna go for smooth flights. A lot of it is not smooth for me because I like don't know what I want to do next, even though I can fly smoothly. All right, we got the bugs worked out, but 4 minutes, ew. This is an LiHV battery. On a good day, we can get much more out of this. It's not doing too bad with a broken antenna like flopping off the end. One battery down, we got 7 to go. So we're gonna go in the backyard and do some cool, fun... I just love dropping the trees. That's one of my favorite things. Because it just makes it feel like I'm flying, you know? Like, what would you do if you were flying? For real. I would, like, buzz trees and... I've crashed these batteries enough to where the plastic coating is coming off them, and it makes it hard to push the battery in the... I guess that's going to keep it locked in, though, to the battery holster. Get on there. I need like a proper overhead rig so I could switch over and you could see me fiddling. This is super annoying. I bought an extra goggle battery so when I fly in the summer for longer, I won't have to use that other battery that I got. Oh my god, I fucking ripped I ripped both headphones out of my ears. I don't think there's a more annoying feeling than just ripping something off your face. Terrible. Why am I not taking my time? So these 0804 motors, is that there? Yeah, I think there's something like that. I gotta look at it when I bring it back in. But they're powerful for this little drone, but a little bit underpowered. I like to really I like to really push it. And when I do that, like I want to go all the way down to the bottom. I want to go, like, I want to drop all the way to the floor and then pull up at the last minute. And these motors can't quite do that. I also have to not hit the fence. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do sort of like a knife edge there, but I want to make it smoother. I gotta build the right momentum. I gotta blip the throttle. Do like a blip, sort of, but it wasn't close to the... Is there a person over there? No. Let's do that again. The fact that we're actually getting like decent reception now is like sick. Oh, there goes OSD. Fuck. Did you see that? I hate this off-center crosshair. You know, I'm a first-person gamer. I've been first-person gaming since Wolfenstein, and I gotta say, it like, oh shit, what? And I hit sticks. I hit some sticks. That fucking tree, I cannot wait till it has leaves on it, because when you're flying analog, especially, I do have a I'm building a high-def drone, but a high-definition drone that I'll be flying on stream. But see those twigs? Fucks everything up. Kind of what I wanted to do, except not bounce on the ground. In the house. I used to do, like in the summer, I was doing, like early flying days, I was doing stalls on those. That's hard to do. Now I'm afraid to do it. I don't know. I was like more daring. I'm afraid to do it because I don't want to go up there. Not super clean, but... Fuck. I like flying like that. So I want to show you something. I actually put the crash flip where it belongs now. I'm proud of myself. So let me explain something about, like, flying. When you have an audience, you're supposed to yaw a lot. So if I turn, I'm supposed to do this. Like, see how I'm staying relatively flat? And apparently that's, like, you know, more digestible for the average person. But that's not how a bird flies. I mean, even though this is a copter, that's not how a bird flies. And, you know, for racing, you're not, like, they even yaw a lot in racing, which I don't get. I want to roll, like, you roll into a turn like that. It seems like, I mean, that wasn't very efficient. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why, oops. And it flipped over. But watch, let me give you an example. Like, see how it's not like perfectly flat? Like that feels like it's faster and more like how a bird would do it. So I don't know that I necessarily, oops, the battery's dying. We got to get it in. Battery sag. Let's just, yeah, this isn't quite at 7, but I don't care. It's, yeah. Not much I can do about that. The floor is so slippery, it won't, there we go. Let me see if I can... There. I meant to have it flat, but it's kind of on a wobbly base. You see the side, it's like a little thin battery. So it's sort of like this. So we'll try to land it. The problem is whenever I'm landing, I'm maxing out the battery. There's always battery sag at the bottom. So then it's harder to control the drone. So then I end up, you know, bumping it around instead of being super clean with it. Uh-oh. Speaking of that, now I know why they're putting the plastic on it. There's this, yeah, there's this little bumper on the end. I'm gonna have to coat these in plastic. Let me put these over here now that... So the first batteries I'm flying are heavier batteries, and they have more amperage, and so they will purportedly last longer. You know, there's more juice. But there's a trade-off where that extra weight can sometimes be making it less efficient. So we do have 5, so these are 650s. And I can get, on a good day, like, the wind isn't too bad. We always have wind here, which is gonna kill the battery, but the wind isn't too bad. And, but it is cold. So that's hurting the battery a little bit. See, I'm getting better at hitting those gaps. Oh, I tell you, every time I say something. The throttle on these gimbals is so sensitive that whenever I try to rearm, because you can't arm when you have the throttle on at all, because obviously it'll just start going wherever it wants to go. It's so sensitive that the first time I try to rearm the drone, throttle's like a few millimeters up, and the controller senses that, and the drone senses that. So it won't let you, it won't let you fuck with it. Oh, wasn't gonna make that. You gotta know when you're not gonna make it. Like that. I knew I wasn't gonna make that. I went for it anyway. Oh, crash flip off. There we go. See, that almost didn't recover from that, even though we have a lot of voltage. I want to try this. Sideways flying. You gotta have a lot of... You have to have a lot of room to do that, because you're flying... It's not really meant to... I don't know how to say that. It's not that it's not meant to, but your thrust is downward. So you have to balance it out, like going... Oh, shit. And we got yaw wash. So this... Yeah, I don't know that, drones with prop guards like this, or ducted drones, you could say, I don't know that they're meant to do that, but we are building, an HD drone in the next few days. The parts should be completely in by Tuesday. And it will not have ducts, which means it's going to be much more susceptible to crashes, and it's an HD drone. It has a $100 DJI VTX on it, so... I might not do that here, where it's a little more, prone to, running into a car or something. But a ductless drone is going to have an easier time doing that, going around. See, I kind of did it there, but I did it without full throttle. And I find that when you do that, you kind of need to have throttle up a lot to be sideways, because it's not... Because your thrust is downward. Didn't want to hit the window there. I always forget about that. That's kind of the, I have nowhere else to take off if I'm streaming. Shit, what was I even gonna do there? I don't know. Let's go this way. I want to be able to go into the wood. I want a what's it called? I want a repeater, even though they don't really make one for drones like this. I could probably make my own repeater. I mean, I know I can. It's just radio signals, but it would be very cool to make a repeater so I could extend my range, and I would put it at the back fence so I could like fly into the trees and stuff. Because otherwise, the only way we're going to be able to do that this summer is with me, like, streaming out on the back deck with my PC, like, I don't know, either in the door. I don't even know how I'd do that. I got to figure that out. I'd have to run, like, a cable out of the fucking house. You know, it's just weird. Oop. I cut it. I cut the throttle. Instead of trying to fly out of that because I wasn't sure where I was going to be. Oh, made it through quickly, too. There we go. I'm telling you, for me, the crosshair is big. I was saying this earlier, and I never finished the line of thought, but being an old school, like, first-person gamer, a crosshair means a lot to me. Oops. Yeah, it's out of balance. I don't have it settled. I don't have the craft settled whatsoever. Let's redo that. I see the voltage dropping, so I panic. It flipped anyway. So, hold on, and I was going somewhere with that. Where was I going with that? I need help here. Yeah, I didn't fly all winter, so I'm telling you, I'm basically 3-month pilot, so I'm a noob. Don't critique me. Don't critique me. 3 months isn't even really accurate. It's not like I flew well into November. It's fucking was freezing and garbage. I did a little bit. I did fly in November though, just not like a ton. What was I saying about? I forgot. That's crazy. ADHD Supreme. Maybe I'll think of it when I go out there. Something about range? What the fuck was I saying? Oh, the crosshair. Range. Wasn't even close with that. Let's just fly like... Let's fly smooth and slow. And if I'm gonna do that, I'm not gonna be able to talk. So we'll talk about the crosshair stuff in a minute. See if we get yaw wash on this. That wasn't very smooth, but that wasn't my fault. You're putting a lot of wind through the fucking ducts when you do that. You get dirty air, I guess it's called. I really like to push my quads, so that's why, like, I always have overpowered motors. Actually, for the HD0 build that I'm doing, now I'm not flying smoothly because I'm talking. For the HD0 build I'm doing, it's gonna actually be weaker than the one I flew over the summer. That I'll show you in a minute. The reception is surprisingly good. It just goes to show you, like, I mean, I'm running 400 milliwatts. Could probably go under his thing there. Let's do that. Oh, and I bottomed out. Crash flip. Okay. Yep. Oh. wasn't arming. We'll do that in a second. I want to get my crosshair stuff out of the way. What was I saying? So this crosshair is off by a lot. And the reason why some people don't use a crosshair is because it can be misleading. The crosshair does not show you your flight path. So just because, like, if I'm unbalanced and I'm pointing here, it's not necessarily going to give you a smooth flight path. You almost have to think of it like focus with your vision. You can put something right in front of your eyes, but focus way behind it. And it's like that with your flight path. The crosshair will converge when your craft is balanced, and that focuses like where you go. And now we know we'll go right where the crosshair is. You see that? But until the craft is balanced, it's not going to go exactly where you want it to, unless it's like an instant correction. So having an accurate crosshair for me matters. Okay, see, this is part of the practice. Oops, I hit that thing. Part of the practice is I want to fly smoothly and like flowy. But I can't. Yeah, and it just sagged into the ground. I can't do that when I'm talking. So this is part of me practicing. You know, like, because I fly like erratic and blah, 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 and I'm doing this and I'm turning around and that was nothing. Yeah, I don't know why. We got 7.3 volts and it just feels weak. This is the thing. Like, I want to do things where even at the lower end of the voltage range, I still have enough power to like get it off the ground. See right there, it almost went into the ground. I don't know. I mean, that's part of the interesting thing about flying is like the dynamics of your how you are on the sticks in the beginning of the battery is not how you should be on the sticks in the end of the battery, because you have way less voltage to dole out. So your entire flight is dynamic and you're changing what you're doing. If you're flying freestyle, like let's get it in. Let's treat these batteries. See, it's starting to get weak. If you're flying on a lithium ion battery, it's a whole different. There we go. Let's just do that from now on. So these are called lithium polymer batteries. And the whole reason why you have these batteries is because they have a high discharge rate. And you need a high discharge rate because these motors, like these are 0804, and I don't know the KV on these, but oh shit, my antenna's not disconnected. Well, the KV on my drone that I'm gonna go get it. So I got to get to the store by 8 o'clock, but so we got 4 more batteries to fly. It is freezing cold in here. This guy is an open prop, design. It's insanely fast because it's so light. This is a toothpick build, and these are 1103, 11,000 kV motors, and you multiply the kV by the voltage. So this is a 2S, so it's 22,000. Each of these motors is spinning 22,000 RPMs, and you're using, and that's times 4, 22,000 in each motor. I totally forgot what, hold on, we gotta, anyway, so you need a high discharge rate to pull off these maneuvers. If you're flying a DJI drone, you use a lithium ion battery. and you're not, and they literally can't do this stuff. If you try, it'll just fall out of the sky. And the lithium ion battery doesn't have the discharge rate that a lithium polymer battery does. So it's just it's a totally different thing. So in these lithium polymer batteries are much more stubborn. They like explode if you fuck them up too much. All right, let's plug this back in to see what the voltage is at. Because I forgot what I was doing for a minute. Okay, so it recovered some voltage, but we know, okay, so we flew 4 packs. We got 4 more. These are lighter, smaller batteries. So now we're gonna see how it flies. They are a little fatter, so I don't need the cardboard in there anymore. And this TPU is really high quality, this 3D printed TPU stuff, so it can handle the stretch. All right, this should be more nimble. These will be shorter but more nimble flights. So let's see how it goes. Oh, why did we go backwards? Crash flip. What the fuck is... I can't control it down here. There we go. I couldn't get it off the ground. It kept like skidding. I swear the camera angle changed. It feels like a lower camera angle. All right, do we feel a difference? Let's see. I have not been paying attention to flight times. So I'd have to review the VOD. Oh, I definitely feel a difference. It's subtle, but it's enough to where I can feel it. It's probably like I don't know, 6-7 grams lighter. I'd like to test that out. It's definitely more nimble. I just love a 2S drone is just way better. Tiny whoops are super fun. I really do like my 1S75, but I don't know. It just doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't have the weightiness. I like the weightiness. I will say this though. That's terrible. I'm kind of, my trippy spins, Jesus, juicy flips are weird. I can't like, sometimes I can't do them. Keep saying trippy spin. I want to be able to do those, but I want to practice those in like a baseball field before I do it here, so I don't like smash into somebody's car. Oh, almost didn't have the power for that. I went in a direction I'm not as strong in, which is this one. But I pulled out of it. See, a little more power and that wouldn't have been an issue. Do a proper drop. Actually, I kind of like, I can't believe this battery's dying this quickly. A proper drop, really, you're almost powering through it. So then you have the power at the bottom to pull out of it better. I mean, I know how to do it, but I do it the riskier, stupider way, and it's more fun for me, and I don't know why. I'm just a fucking weirdo. I do modulate the throttles, obviously, you have to. So you don't get prop washed, but, and I'm low. Stop bumping into the ground. Let's see if we can fly under this bad boy. Why am I hitting the ground? Yeah, whenever the video signal gets shaky, it bothers me. And did you see me hit the stick at the... I don't even know what the fuck that was. I hit like a stick. I made it through there cleanly, and there was something like in the back. I want to go look at that. What is that? I hope I didn't... Like he's not charging. No, it's gas operated. What was that I hit? We're gonna have to go back there. I think it was the stick and I knocked it out of the way. All right, we got to get this in. These little 550s, I haven't flown them in so long. They've been storage charged the whole time, but I do think they kind of like, by not flying them, I kind of fucked them up. Oh, trying to catch it with my foot. Why is it so hard for me to find where it is? Oh, it's in the back. It's because I got this fucking HDMI bullshit stuck to my headset, so I can't move around freely. See, that's what it did. Because of the ducts, it vacuums to your, like... It's so easy to unbalance this thing. And it vacuums to whatever surface. There we go. Yeah, it suctions. That's what I meant to say. It suctions to whatever surface it's up against. So, gotta be careful of that, because it could have just got caught in my hair. Fuck, what was the flight time on that? I gotta remember that for this next flight. Let's just, you know, fly like a smooth... Oh. Got hair stuck in the motors. Yeah, I think 2S is my jam. What I was gonna say earlier, which I got distracted and couldn't finish my thought, was having flown like tiny whoops and learning on them, and this is still not, it's close. 2S is just starting to get out of that world. I think it makes you a better pilot. I think they are genuinely harder to fly. Because all the mistakes you make on a tiny whoop are amplified. And because they don't have the weight to like do some of the work for you, like this, you know, like for example, if I do one of these, like a not great juicy flip, like that was a better one, right? So if I do a juicy flip like that, some of the work is, and this is how they work, obviously. Some of the work is being done by the momentum of the drone. The momentum is helping it have that it's not just the way you're moving the sticks. I mean, that's a big part of it, but the momentum is doing some of the work for you. Doing juicy flips on a tiny whoop is totally doable. No problem. But, yeah, it was too low. But it's harder, and you don't have anything to help you with that. You have no momentum to aid you in that. It's all on the sticks, and it's all in being able to being able to modulate your speed, blip the throttle, and then control the sticks just how you want them. And you're not getting any help. And I think that makes you a better pilot. It makes you more precise. It makes you less likely to overcorrect, and I just don't understand. It's like it's diving into the ground sometimes. It's just like it gets weak. I mean, we've been flying for a minute 41, and I don't know why we're at 7.3 volts. It's for a 550. But then again, this is kind of a heavy drone. Let's see if we can go. Yeah, I fucked up. I almost made it. It's just, I'm not gonna hurt it. It's all made of metal, and this thing weighs like in the gram range, but it's somebody else's property, and you know, so that a little confidence goes away when it comes to that. But that is kind of the nice thing about smaller drones. Like, this isn't quite a tiny whoop, I guess, because it's 2S. Tiny whoops have to be 1S, I guess. But still, this is still light enough to where you're not damaging, like, anything. I don't know why I keep flying the same path. I think it's just because I'm, like, trying to talk. See, it says land now already. Oop. Oop, good. Recovery. See, I didn't panic and overcorrect. Oh, I wanted to really make it out of that. Oh, I thought I was going to hit the pole there. See, that's what I mean about, I was saying earlier, the crosshair is static, so it does not represent your flight path. And that's obvious to, I think probably most. Why is there a 4 on the screen? What the fuck is that? What? Oh, it just, you saw that sag into the ground. We're going to bring it in. These 550s, I'm not super happy with. I didn't fly them since last summer, but yucko. What do we got for total arm time? 3 minutes, 35 seconds. Absolutely unacceptable. And I know we're going to recover voltage right now. Wait, 6.35? For minimum battery. Wait. Oh, it dipped to that. That's crazy low. I think I'm not flying these for as long as I could, but I thought the recommendation was that you're really not supposed to fly them below like 3.5. And, well, yeah, and this is not an LIHV battery, so it's not, I mean, 3.5 times 2 is 7, so I'm trying to bring it in at 7. And it does say land now, so I don't know. I'm sure I could fly them down a little more, but these are kind of sucking ass. I don't get it. I don't get why we're getting these flight times. I don't like it. I have a meme for that, and I'm going to play it. We're going to actually take the time to go over there because it's near and dear to my childhood.
No, sir, I don't like it.
All right. I keep hitting my fucking goggles on the mic, and it's so distracting. Yeah, I knew I was going to hit that. That's how you learn. That's how you loin. See, that's the approach. The crosshair is not reflective of your flight path, and you have to know you have the right approach. And sometimes you have to calculate that trajectory in your head ahead of time. Like, yes, you can make quick corrections, but it's not going to look like a very smooth, like, I fucked that up. Hold on. Don't. All right. Maybe I shouldn't talk when I'm doing that. So there you go. You have to kind of figure out their trajectory and then make little corrections. Oh, I want to do an orbital, a tight orbital around that, but I know I'm going to hit the fucking fire hydrant. I guess I could go, because I want to go between these guys. Yeah, low. Every time I get it low, I just want a little more power out of these things. 0804s, you know, have higher torque than 0802s, but I really want this newbie drone should have 10.0, like, I don't know, 10.04s or something. And I knew I was gonna whack into that fucking thing, but it still looked cool. How we doing? 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Those LIHV batteries are only 100 milliamp hour. Like, they're 100 milliamps more. I was watching Ciati FPV's stream the other day, and he was saying, you know, in terms of like watching your footage, nobody likes watching snap rolls like that. And I do have a retort for that. Snap rolls are, first of all, it's not even a trick. It's just like you're literally just snapping the fucking roll stick to the right or left. And I don't do them because they look cool. I do them because it's fun for me. I do them because I want to be like a bird who's rolling through the air. It has nothing to do with like somebody thinking that I did a cool trick, because if you fly FPV, you know that that's not even a trick. It's just to really neither is this or a front flip. They aren't tricks. You're just going in one axis in 360 degrees. It'd be a stretch to call that a trick. Now, if you take it and you do this, that's a little bit of a trick, because I did some targeting, you know? Like, that's a trick. But when I do flips and rolls that aren't related to like a feature, it's because it's because it's fun. It's fun for me. And if somebody doesn't like it, it's too fucking bad, because I'm flying because it's fun for me. I am not flying because I want you to think I'm cool. That's fucking boring. It's like, who gives a fuck? All right, let's get this in. What we got? See, I'm being nice to these batteries, but they sat all winter doing nothing, and it took a few minutes to get them to storage charge. But overall, I would say they were close enough to where I wasn't doing harm to the batteries. But then again, what do I know? Maybe because they weren't right on storage voltage. I think it took like 6 minutes to get them all to storage with my parallel charger. You know, maybe that was slowly doing some damage. So we're not like on these 550s. Like I said, this is only 100 milliamps more the other ones. You can see the difference in size. It's only 100 more, and they are higher voltage. But they're like way more flight time. Again, this is a cold day. Have I flown 3 packs so far? Yeah, we're gonna have to plug that one back in because I'm brain dead. Oh no, I've had standby on the whole time. I suck. Yeah. Dude, my ADHD is so bad. So I'm just talking to nobody. Oh, that's so annoying. I flew that whole time with that on. I'm just so stupid. God forbid my brain keep track of more than one thing. Alright, so we're on our last battery. You just heard me blabbing without watching me fly. This last battery we will be flying. God, that's painful. Alright, let's get some, we'll just do some we're gonna do pipe it up. Let's make up for it. Whoa, it just yaw washed horribly. Still can't get those smoothly. Whoa. Y'all wash. Battery is dipping. That was just, I have no power. And I can't get... There we go. Good enough. That was a fun flight. That was actually fun. I hate that it was blank for an entire... How many batteries did I do that for? That's so... I'm just gonna delete the VOD. Alright, that's it. I gotta go to the store. Let's talk to Tootie and peace out. And charge our batteries. Hold on. Freezing in here. Holy crap. Wow. It is cold. So I hope when I was flying, it was fun to watch. I'm just gonna not use the standby screen anymore because I clearly cannot remember to uncheck it. And we're gonna charge all our stuff. Hey Tootie, we are signing off, so tell everybody goodbye. We are going to fly again hopefully tomorrow, and we're not going to play Nintendo tonight, but maybe some other time. I have two versions of Tootie, a voice one and a one I can type on. This one's slower because it has to go through fucking 10,000 hoops. By the way, anybody watching this, if I don't delete the VOD, these Beta FPV 1103 11,000 kV motors are very fragile. Don't even bother. couple of crashes and the motor bells are bent, and now you're out $50, $60. Huh. Is 2D just not going to work? Well, while we're here, let's troubleshoot that real quick. Yep, I have both on. Let's go to the logs. Wow, that's a big log file. Audio file was not created. Audio recording failed. I think what keeps happening is so this is interesting to nobody, but we're going to show you. Do I have streaming desktop on this? I'll go to this one. Make it bigger. Of course I have it locked. Way off center. So if you look at this, I know how to, at this point I debug, like half the time I ask ChatGPT questions, it doesn't help me. I just end up figuring it out. The device, the hardware address or whatever you want to call it, device ID, it just shifts on its own, especially whenever there's an update. And I'm pretty sure it's not working right now because the device ID. The device ID it's calling has a B5 3D 2D at the end. So watch, here's what we do. I forgot to ask, I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT, let's do 4.0. How do I check my audio devices? I forget the command, so I have to go. Oh, no, we don't want to use Anaconda. Okay, we're in the right. FF list devices true, dummy copy. Okay, so that's it. So we hit this. Now we're looking for mic in. And you'll see the device ID changed, which is super weird. We have a 7.3, it ends in a 7A29. So let's copy that. Now we're gonna go over to the code in voice and execute code. We have to look for this. We have to look for the device ID. I can't remember. There it is. See, this one is a 6571 blah blah blah, and it ends in a B5. So we put this here. And see, it's completely different. The first part I didn't change because normally that's the same. It starts with 33D, ends in an E86. We go back to here, 33D, ends in an E86. Yeah, it's the same. Wait. Yeah, because it's all one device. It's all one device, and these are like sub-device things. So that's obviously shifting around in the Wave software, which makes it really annoying. So we save and compile. It works fine. Now I pull up chat, and I pull up the voice command, which is TPT for me, and I say, "Hey Tootie, we just decided to fly drones today and not play Nintendo, so why don't you sign us off and tell everybody goodbye for now?" And while it see, and it's gonna work now.
Well, trading pixelated peril for real-life aerobatics, are we?
Yep, that's what I said.
Interesting choice. On that bombshell, it's time to wrap things up. Remember, folks, your daily dose of sarcasm and gaming wisdom is just a click away. Until next time, keep your drones high, your spirits higher, and for heaven's sake, avoid any low-flying birds. Tootie, signing off. Catch you on the flip side.
Are you done? Good sign off. Definitely leave the birds alone. Don't get too close. You can get, within 20 feet of them. Don't get up in their face. That's not right. That's not right. Nobody gets that reference. Do I have anything to add to that? Nope, but there was a little 2D troubleshooting for you. We shall fly again tomorrow if weather permits. It's been horribly windy here. Yesterday, the winds were gusting at like 45 miles an hour. That yaw washout that you were seeing in my drone flying probably wasn't just from the speed. It's probably because it's windy. It's the maneuver I'm doing in conjunction with the wind that's blowing up there. On a dead wind day, this thing's just fine. I think I will run into that problem less with a non-ducted drone like this one. But this one isn't flying because it's way faster. But the main reason isn't that. It's that these motors are so bent. It's going to fly horribly and shake everywhere. Maybe we'll do that just for fun to watch it fucking look like a piece of shit in the air. But, yeah. So, peace out. See you tomorrow, maybe. Cross your fingers for the weather. I know you cannot wait for this. I know this is everybody's, like, highlight of their entire lifetime. Bye.